Hi folks, this is Rick Romanow, your child's history teacher from South Portland High School, as you can tell. And I sent your kids an email with a video addressed to them, and I sent you a copy of that. But I wanted to spend a few moments specifically talking with you, sharing some of my thoughts with all my student parents. About the game plan for the next few weeks. I know this has been an extraordinarily challenging time for all of us, and hopefully you're doing well and your kids are doing well. Think of them often, and I miss seeing them every day, interacting with them every day. It's the reason I got into teaching, not simply to post things online, but to actually interact and share the experience of education and learning with your kids, and I miss that. Wanted you to know that. But I also wanted to share with you a roadmap of how I plan on carrying out the next 5 to 6 weeks. I wanted you to be in the loop, so to speak. So I'm sending you an email with also a sort of a presentation which highlights the email and then explain it to you verbally, if I could. Again, we're all working from home, and I know we all have extraordinary challenges facing us. And in the design of the next few lessons and in the grading of the lessons, I keep all of that in mind. I want you to be reassured that I'm very empathetic and sensitive to what everybody's going through. In terms of an ongoing news journal and diary, of anything that we're doing over the next 5 or 6 weeks, this I think is the most important. And that is, I want your kids to record once or twice a week what's going on in the world around them, what they observe, their thoughts, how it's impacting their lives. If they get this journal to me once a week, that would be great. I give them a grade for it. And most importantly, why I think this is so important is I think it will be very interesting for them next year or 5 years or 10 years from now to read this journal and to see what it was like to live through this period of time as if it were World War II or the Great Depression or 9/11 or the Vietnam era. These are one of those times that are really going to impact your kids' view of their time that they spent going through this. People are going to ask them, what do you mean you were confined to your houses? And you mean the school year was just canceled after March and you couldn't travel to go to a food store? There were lines to go into different stores that were open. I think it'll be very interesting for them. So if you could just encourage them to keep that journal up, that would be great. Okay. I just want to share with you the grading plan. I've been giving this a lot of thought, and I've put it together. And what I am doing is I'm putting together a safety net of 70. If you see a 70 on Infinite Campus with a little note that work is missing, that was their safety net. No one's going to fail. Everybody's going to earn the credit to move forward. So for those that are struggling, you have that safety net of 70, but the child always has the ability to improve their score, whether getting it in at any time before the end of the school year, if they need extra help, if you can help them, any way they can improve that score of 70. That is the safety net for all my students. Circumstances, stresses are all over the place in terms of what you're going through and what your child's going through. Different families face different pressures, and I recognize that, and I want there to be a balance. If your child is doing very well and excelling, and those are reflected in real strong grades, you'll see those grades continue. They will be rewarded for those grades and for that hard effort. Okay, so there is a safety net, recognizing what we're going through, given an opportunity for every student to improve their score, whether it be a 70 or if they get an 80 and they want to improve it to a 90 or a 90 up to 100. Every student can go back and redo their work. But I wanted to strike a balance between uh, rewarding those who have worked hard, and I want to do that, and providing a safety net for those who are really struggling and really miss school quite a bit. And what I've also provided for every student is a checklist, which contains all the assignments, 4 or 5 assignments, with the resources, the links to the assignments, and are all there. Your child has a checklist. Now, what I want to make sure that you're aware of is our website. Please feel free to go to the website at any time. It has all of the information that you need. It's got a calendar right in here. This calendar, if you click on a certain point in time, it will highlight the assignment when it's due. It contains a timetable of what we're doing. Also, if you click to a particular page, let's say this is the history page, it has all the assignments, all the class presentations, everything that you need to catch up. Okay, all the videos. Please feel free to check that out as well. Yeah, so that's it. So again, I wish I wanted to do a certain parent edition for you. If you have any concerns that you want me to be aware of, please let me know. I am available every day. I really don't put any limits on my availability. Been a pleasure working with your students, both in person and online. Online is no substitute for in person. I wish you, your family well. And again, thanks for letting me share a little time with all your kids. They're a point of pride and great pleasure to be working with. Take care, stay well, and talk with you soon.